Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich.
She makes around $100 to $500K a month. And obviously that's nowhere close to Elon Musk money.
Well, why would you talk about Elon? Like, this is the thing. Elon Musk money is literally like 1%. Him and Jeff Bezos are the richest men in the entire world. Yeah, no shit. She's nowhere near that. That's like comparing the strongest man in the world to Superman.
A lot of people hate Pokimane. And when I say hate Pokimane, I mean they wrote entire essays on Twitter about her, and her mentions basically look like this.
Well, like, I can sit down and react to a video. I wouldn't go out of my way to write a paragraph. I think that's mentally stupid. It's mentally ill. It's crazy. I don't have that type of time in my hands. And even if I did, I wouldn't do that.
On April 20th, Drama Alert posted a video on Twitter titled Pokimane ranting about the ultra rich.
It's ironic.
And because of this video, she started receiving a lot of hate.
Okay.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? Right? It's getting there, right?
We already have one.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap,
I mean, that's true. She's not wrong there. But did he say something about the wage gap? He's talking about female and male?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich. Anyways.
What? You see, I can tell you what this is, and it's quite simple, actually. There's a thing called being overly humble, and that's called being fake. Right? She's trying to be too relatable to people, but this is her being overly like, we hate the rich. I relate to you. Meanwhile, she's like super rich. It makes no sense. And like, it's Pokimane, so it's not supposed to make sense. And I'm not the type to go out of my way to just hate on Pokimane like most people do, right? If she says something correct, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, on her side. But most of the time, that doesn't happen.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich.
Now, personally, I'm going to consider somebody with a 3 million net worth to be rich. I mean, 3 million is a lot of money. But 25? What does she mean she hates the rich? She is the rich. What does she think, she's one of us? It's like...
That's exactly what I was saying. She thinks she's one of us. She's not. She needs self-awareness. And I don't think she has that. You know, the lack of self-awareness is very unattractive to a lot of people. And it causes people to turn on you.
Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich. Anyways. Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
Who's we?
No! Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, the unnecessarily
You have to clarify.
rich.
The ultra giga rich. Even he is like, you need to chill. You're gonna get us both canceled.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh.
You gotta say the billionaires.
The billionaires.
Because you are rich.
The Bezos.
You can't be saying that.
I am. I'm rich in friendship.
Yes.
Even that's not true. Not after this.
I'm rich in friendship.
Yes.
So yeah, that was the full clip that was posted to Drama Alert, even though it didn't change anything I said.
She's ultra rich in friendship, guys. Come on. Let's not be stupid.
Pokimane, in a nutshell, was basically asking somebody off screen if there will be a revolution against the rich in America, even though she is literally the rich in America. And that is where the backlash started from, because on the original drama...
Maybe. Here, I'll back Pokimane on this. You ready? I'm gonna back her up real quick, and you might agree with me. And there might be some sarcasm in it, or not. It's on you. Maybe she does know she's super rich, and this is her way of saying she hates herself, because she hates the rich. Just kidding. That was also a Hail Mary, and I don't think that worked.
I think people in the comments were even speculating that she makes around $100 to $500K a month. And obviously that's nowhere close to Elon Musk money, because
Well, why would you talk about Elon? Like, this is the thing. Elon Musk money is literally like 1% of the world population. Him and Jeff Bezos are the richest men in the entire world. Yeah, no shit. She's nowhere near that. That's like comparing the strongest man in the world to Superman.
To suggest she isn't a part of the rich or ultra rich is just insane to me. And it's even more insane to me for her to suggest that if there was a revolution, she wouldn't be on the other side of it. After this clip of her went viral, there was obviously the backlash, but other streamers also reacted to it.
Jesus, that's tough. I don't really get it. So what happens if you're rich and you somehow get richer, you're automatically bad? You know what, chat? I think this is like some brain rot. I mean, no disrespect, it's all good.
So XQC brings up a great point. Since Pokimane is already rich and owns companies, let's say one of her companies all of a sudden is worth 200 to 300 mil. Now she may be the ultra rich that she's been talking about, but are we supposed to now hate her?
It's funny how somebody with the brain capacity of XQC can actually make sense, and somebody like myself can actually agree with him on this. Much respect, XQC. I don't even hate XQC, to be honest. I just know he's retarded sometimes, and that's okay. And you know what? There was a phase where XQC stood in front of the camera and flexed his money. I thought that was stupid, but like, at least he's not pretending not to be rich. He got backlash for showing off his money. She gets backlash for pretending she doesn't have money. There really isn't any winning. The only way to win is to shut the fuck up. Like, don't talk about money. It's that simple.
So, if you make a company and it makes $100 million, you're chilling. But then something takes off while you're on vacation. Some guy makes a new product in your company. They invent the cheese taco, okay? And then your Taco Bell becomes a billionaire venture. Now you're a billionaire. Now you're a bad person?
XQC was...
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
I think Pokimane's fake relatability is what pisses people off the most.
Yeah, it's the fakeness. I already said this from the start. It is the fakeness. And honestly, I think she has genuine moments. I used to like Pokimane, not in a fucking simpy way. In all fairness, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. She's not my type, and there's gonna be people that go, "Oh, you'll never get a girl like that." I kind of already have something better, and it's Kara, and I think Kara's beautiful. So like, when I say I like Pokimane, I respect her the same way I respected Emiru. I still respect Emmy, but Pokimane changed to become really fake. Yeah, that's where I kind of draw the line. I'm just like, yeah, her content's not as genuine as it used to be. She used to have really good points. She used to be for the people. She used to like talk about how she became successful and talk about how she got there and what she did to get there. It used to be like that. And now she's trying to do that, but she's doing it in a way where it's like overly humble, and you can be too humble.
And it's the fact that she's low-key trying to reject the notion that she's actually rich as well, because she never admitted it even in the clip. The first time Jason asks if she's rich, she just outright says no.
Aren't you the rich?
No!
How did I miss that? How did I miss? I was so like shocked by the initial like, wow. She's a liar.
What on earth do you mean no? And then the second time, when Jason clarifies that she is the rich, once again she deflects, talking about being rich in friendship.
The billionaires.
you are rich.
The Bezos.
You can't be saying that.
I am. I'm rich in friendship.
Yes.
Bro, just admit the fact that you're rich. It's just weird mind games that don't really make any sense. After this clip gained a lot more traction and a lot of people started hating on her, Pokimane finally released a tweet that's
What is she actually released a tweet? He's already gonna read it.
Says, "There's been a lot of opinions about me on Twitter recently, and I just want to thank people who read past the headlines and see me for who I truly am. I appreciate y'all so much."
Thank you to everybody who didn't see the truth and see the full clip. Thank you to everyone that ignored the truth. Thank you for not hating on me for what I said, because you didn't actually pay attention to what I said. You can still support someone and admit that they did something wrong. It's not that hard, alright? Why don't you just apologize for what you said? You don't even need an apology video or a ukulele. You could sit there and just look at the camera and be like, "I'm sorry." You know, it's not that hard. If I ever said anything wrong, right? Or like if I said something that I realized it was definitely wrong and I was wrong, which doesn't really happen. But if I did, I will tell you I'm wrong. And I think that's the difference between people like myself and Pokimane and Asmongold and Charlie, Oompaville. All those guys have admitted they're wrong. Even Emmy. Every time they did something wrong. Cinna. Every time she did something wrong, I'm bringing up female streamers now that has apologized for things that they said wrong. And then everybody loves them afterwards because they're fucking honest.
It's weird to think about how many people have opinions about me, especially people who've probably like never consumed any of my content.
No, it's not weird, Pokimane. You see, that's the thing. The fact that they know who you are without consuming your content should be a wake-up call to how big you actually are. It should be a wake-up call. People know your name, but they don't even watch your content. How much money do you think you make? Oh, you already know the answer to that, so stop pretending. I don't hate you. I just think you're wrong. And I don't think a lot of people, like streamers especially, I don't think they really hate you. It's the people that rally in the chat that absolutely hate you. And it's not weird at all for people to have opinions of you when you're that famous. As a matter of fact, that's actually why you stream, to get opinions. That's actually why you make your videos, to get opinions, so people can see your take on things, you can hear their take on things. It's really not that hard to understand.
Which is understandable, like that's just what happens probably when you're online for so long. But my main point is actually, as much as sometimes it bothers me to feel like my name is known in circles that I don't affiliate with or that are not a part of my community, the upside is sometimes I'll bring such nice people to my defense and I'm like I'm shocked.
It's not fair though, because even when you're wrong and you're bringing good people to your defense, you're putting them in a position where they have to defend you when they know you're wrong. So you're pulling them in, you're dragging them in, especially when you know you're wrong. You're wrong here. You shouldn't have anybody in your defense, because anybody that defends you is going to be wrong too. And they could be the greatest human in the world. It could be the Pope. That's a little too soon. But it could be. It could be Jesus Christ himself. But if he defends you on this, he's wrong.
My heart is warm. I am flattered when I see people stand up for me that I never expect to, especially other streamers and stuff. You know what I mean?
I want to defend you as much as I possibly can. It's impossible. I don't want to be wrong. I am a fair person, and I will say when somebody's wrong.
There was also another post she did a few days before this one that went viral, and the post was just a picture of her face that said Angy.
I don't have a problem with this. I don't. She can be a fucking childish if she wants to. There's no problem with this. See, this is where I'll defend her. People just get mad for no reason sometimes. And if you want to post a picture of your forehead saying Angy, go for it, right? And a lot of people try to make this oh, it's a pedophile thing. It's creepy that she's acting like a little kid and she knows a lot of guys like her. Well, it's not her fault that pedophiles like her, right? If she's acting childish and you like her because it reminds you of a child, you're the fucking weirdo, not her. Like, you're the creep. So this is where I'll defend Pokimane. See, I told you, I'm fair. Yeah, that's stupid. Let her do it. Who cares?
And that spawned a lot of people in that were just talking about her age. And look, I personally didn't see anything wrong with it, but
exactly.
I guess people are mad that when you're almost 30, you shouldn't be posting stuff like this.
Major news for the unemployed today. So Pokimane posted this picture saying Angy, and it's this like puppy dog face that she was making. People have been cooking her non-stop for this post, saying you aren't a little girl anymore, you're old. Why can't streamers act like adults?
Then led to Pokimane making a response on her Twitter that says, I got a weird influx of weirdos commenting on my age, lol. To be honest, I find it so dumb. At 28, I'm the happiest, richest, most knowledgeable, and self-assured I've ever been. And that only becomes more true with every year that passes.
I know that didn't age well. Before the whole incident about her saying, fuck the rich people pretty much, I agreed with her on this. She should be happy to be the richest and the happiest she's ever been. That's fine. If you're proud of that, that's good to be at your age. But like after the incident, yeah, that didn't age well.
This seems like a decent response. I don't have many complaints for it. However, one person had a lot of complaints. So many complaints that
streaming hours at a time daily since adolescence didn't empower you. Wow. It just froze you in digital puberty? You talk like a life coach, post like a thirst trap, and react like a teenager whose ego is held together by brand deals and soft lighting. This isn't harassment. It's grown adults pointing out the grown adulthood. That grown adulthood doesn't look like this. To be fair, you writing all this, you're acting like a child. Like, in Pokimane's defense. Once again, I don't agree with the rich thing that she was talking about. But this, she can post whatever picture she wants. Fuck, you're acting like she posted some titties. It's funny, right? It's funny. There's a lot of fucking Twitch streamers right? That post their tits and their ass cheeks. No offense to Amaranth. You know what? If that's what you gotta do to make money, and you're making millions, and you're one of the richest people on OnlyFans, go for it, right? That's cool. But she doesn't get the hate that she gets compared to Pokimane posting a picture of her face, saying Angy. If this is confidence, why does it only show up when there's a camera and a curated audience? Because that's the only time you fucking see confidence. Do you see her in the street, buddy? Do you live next to Pokimane to observe her outside of the stream world? Of course not. And if you do, then you're probably a stalker. Like Emmy stalkers. But yeah, him writing all this is kind of crazy.
Many complaints that they decided to write
It really
a
is.
700
It keeps
word
going.
Twitter response to this tweet. And I
700 words?
only know it's 700 words because I plugged it into ChatGPT. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I think in general, there's a healthy amount of hating on someone you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's mentally ill. Like, I'm not... Guys, if you're going to defend her and go against me, or defend him and go against me right now, you're retarded, you're stupid, you're dumb. You're part of the issue. You have to be dumb to not admit that that's an unhealthy amount of hate. It's stupid, right? You don't even write to your own girlfriend like this. Most of the time, people that write to people like this don't have girlfriends, and the only time they'll be writing something this long is their mother's obituary.
But I feel like this exceeds that just by a little bit. And somehow, this response has double the likes of the actual post and 14 million views.
Well, the thing is, we're giving him credit for how much he fucking wrote. And you know what's crazy? You know what he could have done? He could have just put in chat GPT. And act her age like a little kid. Make a 700 word tweet. See? He could have just done that, and then just copied this and pasted it. Dear Pokimane, I followed your content for some time, and I respect your hard work you've put into building your platform. This open letter isn't meant as an attack or an attempt to tear down, but rather as a sincere reflection on something I recently saw that I found disheartening, and I think others might feel similar. Your recent post with the caption Angy and the accompanying expression struck me in a way that I think is worth talking about. At first glance, it's a meme, a joke, a bit online playfulness, but on a deeper level, I think it raises a question about how we, especially influential public figures, present ourselves online, and what kind of behaviors we model for the people watching us, particularly young fans who look up to you. You're a grown woman with a massive audience and a reputation of being smart, driven, and articulate. You've spoken on mental health, industry, ethics, and your journey as a woman in gaming. All of this is commendable. There's a difference between being relatable and being regressive. The internet often rewards juvenile humor, soft baby talk, or exaggerated cuteness. It's viral, it's clickable, but when those things become a repeated part of someone's brand, especially someone in position of influence, it can start to undercut their credibility and perceived maturity. You're better than that. And honestly, you don't need to perform childlike cuteness to stay relevant. It's also worth acknowledging the broader cultural trend this fits into, the infantilization of women online. There's a strange ongoing celebration of women acting like toddlers, pouting, using baby voices, or posting expressions that mimic tantrums. It's often encouraged by certain corners of the internet, but it's regressive in how it portrays adult women. See, he could have just asked ChatGPT to do this. She got roasted by a robot, by the way. And then just copied it. That was a good video. Yeah, not bad.
It's a new year, new life, new tears, new friends, same love. But I'm glad you're here, you're mine, my dear. I see you, my